Suppose there comes a time when there is a lot of turmoil everywhere in the world. Bad things are being heard from all sides. Have you ever felt that the situation today is as bad as it has ever been? Perhaps many of you have felt this way at some time or another. But believe me, things have been worse in the past. In 1918, the Spanish flu killed more than 20 million people. From 1941 to 1945, the Nazis killed 6 million Jews, and the Black Death in 1347 wiped out half of Europe's population. But despite all these events, history also records a year that was even more terrible. Let's say there's a time machine that will drop you into a random year in the past, and you're given just one year to choose from that you wouldn't want to go to at all. So which year of history will you choose? Year 536 AD, says Michael McCormick, a professor of history at Harvard University. This is the year you don't want to live. What happened in the year 536? Something strange was happening in the sky. Suddenly, a mysterious dusty fog plunged entire Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia into darkness, whether it was day or night. For 18 months, more than half the world was plunged into darkness. Because the fog covered the sun, the temperature fell to 2.5 degrees Celsius, even in summer without sunlight. Crops were destroyed, and many people died of starvation. It is said that in the year 536, the world saw the most terrible hunger, and as you can expect, the coming years were also not good. The entire decade that followed AD 536 was the coldest decade recorded since the previous 23 years. In China, it started snowing in the summer. The Irish Chronicle reveals that there was a severe famine of bread in Ireland from 536 to 539, and all this was not enough. In 541, the plague of Justin broke out in the Eastern Roman Empire, killing more than 25 million people. At that time, there was so much happening all around that people started believing that it was all from God and that the end of the world was near. For centuries, it remained a puzzle as to what the reason was for the advent of the mysterious fog. But now scientists have discovered that the reason for its arrival was a massive volcanic explosion that took place in Iceland in early 536. Due to that volcanic eruption, ash spread over a large part of the earth. Due to this, a mysterious fog had formed all around. The eruption was so massive that it changed global climate patterns, leading to years of famine. And a few years later, in 540 and 547, two more terrible events took place. All these events were so devastating that it took Europe a whole century to recover from most of them. And that is why the entire 6th century is remembered as the Dark Ages. Historians say that the 6th century was an extremely terrible time to live, even if you were born in the house of a king. Procopius was a historian for the 6th century. He writes that the period was such that the sun remained only as the moon. There was no sign of sunshine. People were neither free from wars nor from epidemics. Death was everywhere. That's all for this video. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. See you in the next video.